got a new show for y'all. Got a damn good show. Yeah. But before we start the show, remember, everybody, you can always support the Hodgetwins at officialhodgetwins.com. Pick you out a patriotic T-shirt today, or maybe a hat, or maybe some bird products. Don't forget, I got some white privilege cards, too. Use discount code Chinese Virus. I'll give you 20% off. Yeah.
Most time I'm wearing this hat because my hair is messed up.
Yeah, your hair is looking crazy. What is that?
Now, I'm going to leave it up since you want to knock my hat off.
No, put your hat on, man.
Whole show, I'm going to be in here looking like Prince.
Hey, put your hat on, man.
Prince just left the salon.
Look, take my hat off, man.
Yeah, I'm putting it back on. Put it on.
I'm going to get these bangs going. That's what I'm going to do.
Come on, man. Let's go.
Hold on, I'm going to get these bangs. Y'all know a black man can have some bangs. Huh?
All right, let's do this. All right.
Joy Behar, one of the most ignorant, asinine white liberals in this country. If it wasn't for liberals like this, I'm telling you, United States of America be heaven.
Hey, you know the Democrats always say it's white supremacy and they're scared of immigration. It's going to change how this country looks. Look, that's not what conservatives are scared of.
Yeah.
Right? You know what we're scared of? The stupidity of white liberals.
Yeah.
That's who's allowing all this stupid, everything that's horrible in this country. It's all because of y'all.
Yeah, you know what conservatives are scared of? Not necessarily of immigrants. They're scared of stupid immigrants. We got enough stupid people in this country. We don't need to take on everybody else's stupidity. We got enough stupid people like Joy Behar talking about systemic racism.
All right, let's
cut to that stupid one.
Bipartisanship is an obsession with the Republicans right now that Biden is not reaching across the aisle, okay?
He ain't.
And yet, when he says, Biden, we're on track to cutting child poverty in half, you look around that chamber and nobody on the Republican side is standing or clapping. Does that mean that they are for child poverty? When he says that he wants clean water and Kevin McCarthy is sitting on his hands and not reacting, does Kevin McCarthy like dirty water? Maybe he should, campaign on that.
What the hell?
Dirty water for everybody. As far as And then the other thing I have to say is I thought it was brilliant. I thought Biden was incredibly warm and presidential and just great. And to see those two beautiful, intelligent, brilliant women behind him makes me feel like a real, I just felt wonderful. Now, Tim Scott, he does not seem to understand, and a lot of them don't seem to understand, the difference between a racist country and a systemic racism.
I don't think you know
the difference. Yes, maybe it's not a racist country. Maybe Americans, the majority, are not racist. But we live in a country.
What all the Mexicans coming here for then?
We discussed it this week again already about housing and about education and all of the things that are important to people. And
like affirmative action.
Tim Scott cannot acknowledge this. Is appalling. How can you go out there and say that when you just said 2 minutes ago that you were the object and the victim of discrimination? And then he says that this is not a racist country. At least acknowledge that there is systemic racism. That's what I wanted to hear from him, and he didn't say it.
Dumb as hell.
There ain't systemic racism. The country's not racist, and there's no systemic racism
first
in this
things
country.
first, when Biden said he's going to end child poverty, you know how much context that's missing?
Yeah.
He's a politician. You do realize that, don't you, Joy? And matter of fact, and on top of that, he's a liberal politician. He lies twice as much.
He says,
how's he going to end child poverty?
Yeah, he said he was going to end, what was it, half of the child poverty?
Half of the child poverty.
Yeah, so he's insinuating because he's president, he's going to end it, and all the other previous presidents couldn't do it because they couldn't or they wouldn't. He's missing all kinds of context. Is he ending child poverty in this country because people are just allowed to go back to work?
Yeah,
to support their families.
Yeah, you need to stop believing everything a liberal politician tells you. I know when he said that, there was a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, that's why Republicans don't stand up and clap, because he's full of it.
Yeah, all those things you was praising him for, all of it's lies. At the very worst, it was missing context. He's not explaining to you how he's going to do those things.
Yeah. He's full of it. But anyway, I'm going to get to, okay.
He's going to end half of child poverty. Joe Biden's going to do that.
All right, so.
He can't even get his son off of crack. He going to end child poverty, though.
Yeah. Huh?
His kids walk around like a crackhead, and it's poor. Maybe I'm just being too rough on Joe.
Yeah, take it easy.
You know, everybody makes mistakes, you know.
But anyway, this country is not racist. Yeah. I mean, there's millions of people that's darker than I am coming from my southern border, from Mexico, Central America, South America. That would make those people idiots. And they're like walking thousands of miles, hitchhiking, with just the clothes on their back to come to a racist country. That would make those people morons.
Yeah, who would walk 2,000 miles just to be a slave?
And on top of that,
I'm not walking here from Virginia to California to be a slave. You crazy as hell. That's the distance they're walking. Walking over 2,000 miles?
Those people come here because they realize this country is the land of opportunity.
Yeah.
It's the land of freedom.
Yep.
It's a land where you can come here with just a shirt on your back and turn yourself into a millionaire. That's why they're coming here.
Yeah.
Man, I'll.
Hey, Joy.
Hey, let me.
Hey, if this country is racist, how the hell did Obama get elected twice when this country is 70% white?
Yeah, and he beat a white woman and 2 white men.
How he do that, man? If this country is racist, systemically racist.
Well, and elections wasn't even close. Yeah. I mean, Bush messed this country up so bad, that's what even gave him a shot. Just like, man, the white man really messed up. Let's give the black fella a shot.
Yeah, he did even worse.
Then because of him, put Trump in office. We got to go back to the white man. But, okay, let's talk about systemic racism.
Kevin Hart, leading comedian. He's black. He's black. If his country is systemic racist, you think he had that opportunity? This dude's filling out stadiums. He's black and he's under 4 feet. If I'm a white supremacist, you think I'm going to let that shit slide? That would trigger me as soon as I turn my TV on. See a little short black man in a stadium telling jokes?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. Not on my watch. Yeah. Look at Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He's black. Leading actor. Leading comedian. Leading black actor. Black. We elected a president that was black.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell this country's racist.
All right, so I'm going to define systemic racism.
Man, Joey crazy as hell.
Let me define systemic racism.
And you know, on top of that, Key, don't mean to cut you off, she's telling a black man what racism is.
I think he already knows that. I mean, I'm a black man. I know exactly what it is. I've experienced a lot growing up.
Yeah. I don't believe in white privilege, but Joy, you came pretty damn close. You gonna tell a black man what racism is? You crazy as hell. The white liberal, man.
The audacity of this woman.
You need to recognize your privilege. Don't you know you white? You telling a black man what racism and systemic racism is?
Hey.
You crazy as hell.
Hey, let me do some talking. Let me lay the foundation over here.
Hey, to all the women, to all the evangelicals out there, man, I'm still Christian, but, you know, that lady, man, she irks the hell out of me.
She deserved every bit of it.
Yeah, she is.
Just imagine what... No, I ain't going to even go there.
What was you going to say? Go ahead and say.
Because I start making Christian jokes, and the Christians don't like that.
Yeah, Christians don't want to piss off the Christians.
Yeah. All right, okay, systemic racism.
But Joy is a stupid, you know what.
All right. Man, quit beating that dead horse.
She's stupid as hell. How the hell that woman get on TV, man? Oh, I get it.
Liberal privilege.
Yeah, it's a liberal telling her what to do. Pulling them puppet strings.
It's a puppet.
Damn puppet, Joy. That red ass fake hair of yours.
You fake as
you look like a damn puppet.
Hey, let me say something. Let me lay a foundation.
Let's get serious on this. You gonna break down what systemic racism?
Yeah, like she mentioned that
you have the qualifications. You are black. You know, make us proud. Make Tim Scott proud.
Look here. She mentioned that this country is not. She kind of admitted that it's not racist, but it's systemically racist. Like when it comes to like housing for blacks and education for blacks. Okay, let's tackle the housing.
Yeah.
There was an act passed in 1968, the Fair Housing Act.
Yeah.
A black person going to a white area and say, look, I want to buy this house. And they can't be in there like, nah, you a little bit too dark. You can't be living in here.
Yeah, I don't care if your credit score is 800 and you make $250,000 a year.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can't live here because you're black. No, you can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Everything's, when it comes to housing, whether you rent and you buying, everything's based on your income and your credit.
Yeah. Your job history.
I've been turned down in the past for like renting apartments. You know why? Not because I'm black.
Yeah.
Because my credit score was like.
His credit score had O.J. Simpson on it. They said, do not let this in your apartments.
He is not going to pay the rent on time.
This dude's been evicted 2 times. He ain't paid none of his credit cards.
I ain't never got evicted twice. I had bad credit.
We never got evicted once, right?
No, we ain't never get evicted.
Oh, that's right. We just moved out and just left. Just broke the lease. That's right.
Well,
I stand corrected. Was never evicted. I just didn't honor the obligation of renting an apartment. I just decided to say, you know what?
No, we lost
too
a job.
much money. I gotta go.
Well, we lost a job. We couldn't pay the rent, so we left.
Is that because
I didn't stop paying it because I was.
Yeah, you just didn't have the money.
Right. So that's why they turned down my renting apartments, because of my credit history. It had nothing to do with my skin color.
Yeah.
Now, as far as education in this system, in this country. Now, is that systemically racist? Today, we all have access to the public school system and the college. I went to college online. Very expensive. They didn't even care if I had a D average. So long as I paid that bill, I could go to class. Matter of fact, halfway through my bachelor's degree, I was like, man, I'm just turning these assignments, not even trying. So long as I paid that bill every month, I got my A.
It wasn't that bad, man.
It was.
You was writing some damn good reports, man.
I was writing some good essays,
Man, yeah, man.
But, man, come on. I had graduated with a 3.95 GPA.
This is magna cum laude, man.
Yeah, that was crazy.
How did that happen? And we just graduated high school with a D average.
So long as you paid the bill, you got that. You was allowed to go to class. But anyway.
Hey.
I will say this.
Hey. Online privilege.
Yeah, I will say this. Now, our public school system in the inner cities and other parts of this country, it's failing our youth. But is that white supremacy? No. Like black people, you said black education for black people, the public school system, K through 12, like in Baltimore, these kids are graduating high school and they can't even read Dr. Seuss books.
Oh, that's too much. They can't read Dr. Seuss.
They reading it like a little bit above Dr. Seuss. They reading like at a 6th grade level, 5th grade level.
Yeah, is that systemic racism?
No, it's not, because I call it systemic government oppression.
No, you said it wrong. That is systemic Democrat government oppression.
You know why? Because black people, majority of black people in these inner cities, where do they live? In the inner cities, Democratic strongholds. Baltimore is a perfect example of that.
Yeah.
That's not white supremacy. Whose fault is these kids going to these horrible schools?
Yeah.
Their parents voting for these damn Democrats and these black Democrats, these white liberal Democrats, and that school system has got these kids reading at a 6th grade level when they graduate. I don't even want to know how they 2 plus 2, what they think 2 plus 2 is.
Well, you know math is racist. Hey, don't forget about Maxine Waters. Them damn kids can't read shit either.
Oh, in her area?
She's a Democrat. She's been running that area. Those schools are horrible. You're saying that there's systemic racism. No, I don't see there's systemic racism, but the Democrat ran areas, I do see a problem with our education system in those democratically ran areas. But you can't fault black people for being poor. That's what they've been voting for.
Yeah.
You can't fault a black person just for being born and being in a poor Democratic ran area. That's not systemic racism.
That's systemic stupidity.
Yeah.
Like my parents, okay, when I grew up, we was poor.
Right. Poor.
We actually,
Our first house didn't even have a bathroom. We had an outhouse.
Yeah.
And that refrigerator in the house, that was just for decoration because there was nothing ever in that bitch. I had an older brother, man. He went in there, man. It was some bacon in there, right? Wouldn't even cook because we didn't have no electricity. He took the bacon.
Electricity?
He didn't have electricity that day. He took the bacon. He took the fat off the bacon and ate the bacon. Just ate the lean. Had anacondas coming out his butt. He had all kinds of worms coming out of him. That's how poor we was.
Yeah, but anyway, that's enough information.
Man, that would drive me crazy to go take a dump and a bunch of worms come out of me.
Hey, Kim, come on, man. Let's get serious on this. Why you got to tell him that?
That's crazy. That's got to be traumatizing as a child.
He had tapeworm. He had a tapeworm problem. That was bad. You go to the bathroom and some worms falling out your...
Yeah, Daddy didn't even take him to the hospital. They'll leave eventually.
Yeah, Dad, what did Dad say? You get sick out there, like, I ain't got no money for them damn white doctors. Go in there and take some damn aspirin and go to sleep, boy.
Drink you some water and relax.
But anyway, let's get serious on this.
Hey, was that systemic racism?
That's what I was bringing up. Like my parents, they didn't finish high school. I would say my parents went through systemic racism, but that's in the past. That's
Jim
why
Crow.
They went through the Jim Crow South. We grew up in Martinsville, Virginia. See, that's why we grew up poor for the most part.
Yeah.
But that's in the past. That was in the damn 70s.
Yeah. Look what I'm doing now. I'm doing big things now.
I mean, I was doing fine before we was doing all this.
Yeah. I had a job. I was an insurance adjuster. I was a PI. I mean, I had good jobs, man.
You worked as an accountant? I worked as an accountant?
Yeah, I got a degree in accounting and finance. I mean, just me being black and being poor, and my parents went through systemic racism, that didn't stop me from reaching my goals.
Yeah.
I can show you that there's systemic racism against white people in this country.
Currently?
Currently. What was it called?
Critical race theory they're teaching.
Yeah, they're teaching critical race theory.
They're teaching white kids to hate their skin. They're teaching the black kids to hate their skin.
That's systemic racism. Another thing, they give blacks more opportunities. Blacks have privilege nowadays. Affirmative action. They're letting black kids come to school if they're qualified, but it's based on the color of their skin. It's actually systemic racism.
Yeah. I mean, this country had a racist past.
Yeah.
But y'all need to let that shit go. That is over.
Systemic racism is a rule, a law that prevents a person from doing certain things in their life based on the color of their skin.
Where is that happening today?
You didn't name not one law that's currently on the books that prevents black people from being an attorney, a doctor, from being a lawyer, from being an actor, a musician.
Like they also mentioned like during this COVID, more black people died because of COVID, because of systemic racism. Okay, now let me break this down. That virus affected who? It affected people that was in bad shape to begin with. I mean, you diabetic, you overweight, you got medical health issues.
Yeah, poor. It was more of an economic thing. It wasn't based on the color of your skin.
Yeah,
it's about how much money you were earning, what you have access to.
Yeah,
as far as, your financial means.
Yeah, they saying that shows there's systemic racism in this country. But no, how did these black people die from COVID? Was it because they went to the hospital and they said, no, we don't serve your kind here? Mm-hmm. Or because these people had diabetes? Right. They killed white people just like that. How about people with heart disease, obesity, all these medical issues? Yeah. That's why they died. It had nothing to do with that skin color. But let me say this. In these areas where black people lived, again, they live in inner cities, and it's a Democratic stronghold, right? They're elected officials. Maybe their public health systems in these cities, these Democrats they voting for, they're not having a good medical system in place for these people. So is that systemic racism? Is this due to white supremacy? Or is it because these black people are voting for these damn fools? Yeah. Just putting them in this position when something does bad happen, they're going to be affected by it. They're voting for these dumb people, and their kids are graduating high school to 6th grade.
And they're teaching their kids to vote just the same way, just Democrat. 90% of us vote Democrat. Why? That's not a systemic racism. That's a stupidity problem.
Yeah.
Just because someone's black and they're poor, you can't say that's systemic racism. If somebody's white and poor, you never say that's systemic racism. But if they happen to be brown, Latino, black, oh, that's systemic racism. That's BS. That's a bunch of bull.
Yeah. There's no systemic racism in this country. There's a systemic Democrat oppression in this country.
And you, Joe Behar, are telling people that this country is racist. You're doing way more harm than good. When Tim Scott delivered that rebuttal, that was perfect. He pointed out when he was discriminated against, just because someone is being discriminated against in one particular situation doesn't make this country racist.
Systemically
racist. There's racist people here, yeah, sure, but there's racist black people here. There are racist Latinos, racist whites. You just want to point out that only racism exists in white? That's BS.
Yeah.
You're just full of liberal garbage. Racism knows no color. Racism can be any person, including you.
Yeah. I mean, they say, man, I'm just tired of white liberals. And that's funny. Black people say, oh, I'm not making fun of black people. No, they say.
Let me say this.
Man.
The things y'all were calling Tim Scott on Twitter.
Yeah, this country it's got some racism in this country, but it's not coming from white supremacists.
Yeah, it's coming from white liberals.
It's
the way y'all
from
treat
liberals.
him, just because he's black, he can't have a second opinion.
He's got to think a certain way because he's black.
Yeah, that's racism. You're racist.
A black person has to think a certain way, and black people call us Uncle Toms, this and that, and it's like I cannot think a certain way just because I'm black.
Yeah, and you telling me what racism is, and I have to go by your guidelines what racism is? He's a black man. I think he knows what racism is. I experienced racism. I went to me and my wife was looking at a house. A woman told me, hey, can you afford this house? I mean, it's not really racism. Maybe it's more of a prejudice, but, good and bad comes in all walks of life, just not white people. That lady was Asian.
She was Asian, huh?
Yeah.
Those are the worst.
Yeah.
Stop remember that girl in California?
Uh-huh. Or the one you cut off?
Yeah.
Well,
I think she was half Asian, half white. She looked like one of those. She called me the N-word.
Well, you damn near killed her. You kind of deserved that one. I even called him the N-word. I was like, look out, you going to kill somebody. Then she pulled up, called me N-word, but she did the hard ER.
Yeah.
She said, at the end of that.
Yeah. I mean, this country is not racist.
It's not systemically racist.
You liberals want this country to be racist so people will more likely vote Democrat, because once everybody figure out this is the greatest country on this planet, what the hell do you need a Democrat for?
And Joy, stop believing everything a liberal politician tell you. Half the things that come out of both sides is a lie. That was a damn good show. Yeah.
Mike Lindell, true patriot. He needs our help.
Here's a man who started from nothing.
Built a great company, great products.
Have seen rock bottom, have seen the worst. He ran through drug addiction.
Yeah.
I mean, this man has accomplished so much thing. He's the epitome of the American dream.
He worked hard, has a successful business, great products, and just because he supported the president of the United States, they've taken him out over 20 stores. They're banning him on social media. Yeah. He's having a tough time even marketing his products.
Yeah. In this country, he's a man of principle. He has employees. He's got a great product. And just because he has different political opinions, big tech wants him to go away. But we're not going to let that happen on our channel.
They want to crush his business too. So support Mike Lindell. Go to mypillow.com and use discount code Hodgetwins. Get up to 60% off.
Yeah. We take care of our patrons in this country. Don't forget, go to officialhodgetwins.com.
Go to the Fight Censorship tab. Hit the links. Follow us on Telegram. Follow us on Rumble. And follow us on YouTube. They haven't censored us there yet.
Yeah, they're actually being fair.
Yeah.
Go to officialhodgetwins.com and pick you out a patriotic t-shirt today. Hell, I'm even giving you 20% off. Just type in discount code Chinese Virus. We call it Chinese because it's from China. We making t-shirts great again.